What's up, man? It's your boy John Wells, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bass.
In the hallway, my vision isn't good. I might go the wrong way, my papa understood from a highway.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Y'all know we had to bring our talents to NYC for this special edition of Off the Porch. We got my man John Wells jumping off the porch with us today. What's up, bro?
Chilling, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just came to New York today.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? Had a long drive, but I'm cool.
That drive from Baltimore.
Yeah.
How long of a drive is that, bro?
Man, probably like 4 hours. I've been in the car like 4 hours for real. It's normally not like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, traffic, bro.
Word.
Yeah,
Well, man, I'm glad you hopped on that road, had a safe trip here, man, to come and rock with us. I was kind of nervous that this wasn't going to even happen when I was hearing about all the blizzards and everything that was, you know, that it hit New York. So, nah, man, it's definitely a pleasure to have you on the platform, man. So,
Appreciate you having me, bro.
it's like we said, man, from Baltimore, East Baltimore.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Tell me about, you know, your experience coming up in Baltimore. What was it like?
I mean, I always have trouble answering that question because it's like I have nothing else to compare it to, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's some of the stuff you hear about it, but it's more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, you know, we get a lot of press about the crime and stuff like that, but it's some good people there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But no, you know, yeah, my dad, you know, he was kind of into that type of lifestyle because he was, you know, messing with the drugs and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, it was that type of stuff in my life, and then being outside is same stuff you hear about, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Overall, like I said, it's cool shit. It's good people for real.
Word. No, I can dig it. And what makes East Baltimore different from any other parts of Baltimore? Like, is there, you know, like if you met a person that was from East Baltimore, could you even tell by some of the slang they use, things like that?
Not necessarily the slang for me, as far as I know, but you know, you can kind of like, you can pick somebody out for real. It's like, I've heard people say like the east side is like the grimy side, and then like the west side is like the getting money side and shit. I always compare, from what I see, I don't be in New York that much, but you know what I'm saying, I'll be up here every once in a while. Like if I was to compare it to New York, I would say East Baltimore, it's like kind of like Brooklyn for real.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But then like West Baltimore is kind of like Harlem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's the way I look at it. But yeah.
Word. And at what point did you know that music was something that you were going to want to tap into, and that, you know, you wanted to tap into your creative side?
Like my whole life, bro, honestly. Like my dad was into music in some sort of way, you know what I'm saying? My whole family was kind of into music, so yeah, it was just always a part of my life for real. So like, yeah, I was like, even when I was a kid for real, I was like, my parents and my family used to be like, oh, go sing, because for some reason I could sing when I was a kid for real. They would be like, oh, go do karaoke in front of everybody type shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I think as far as rapping though, it's like when I was like 11, I don't know, my homeboy put me on to like the old M shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, this is cool for real. I like the way he, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of saying whatever the fuck he wants type shit. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I just been at it ever since for real.
Word. And what type of kid were you, man? Like, what were you into, you know, as you were growing up? What was inspiring you at a young age?
Like, I mean, music for sure, but then like, you know, like the video games, shit like that. And fucking sometimes sports for real. You know what I mean? Like, you know, not sometimes. I was a big ass Ravens fan, but other than that, you know what I'm saying? That's about it for real.
Word.
I was playing football when I was young and shit, but super young though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I had when I was like 7 years old, I broke my leg, so I stopped playing football and shit. Didn't break my leg playing football, but stopped playing football after that.
Okay.
So,
Word.
yeah, man.
And what was like what artists were you listening to early on? Like what artists inspire you?
As far as like, man, it was probably like, you know, at that time, and but then like Wayne and Boosie and shit like that, Yo Gotti, but then like I was heavy on like Tupac and shit like that, and eventually like I was really fucking with like Kendrick heavy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I like really started like putting my best foot forward with the music.
Yeah.
So yeah. But
I can dig it. And how'd you get the name Lor Luckee?
Oh, when I broke my leg, fucking my grandfather, he cause I broke my femur for real. So it's one of the hardest bones in your body, and like snapped in half for real. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So I broke my leg. They're never able to walk again for real. So basically they was just like, oh, you lucky that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They said it was cause I was still young for real. I was a kid, so you know what I'm saying? But yeah, my grandfather, he like jokingly started calling me Lucky. And I was just like, I like that nickname, you know what I'm saying? So.
And how'd you break your leg, bro? What happened?
Bro, it was this cause you know we got the Chesapeake Bay down in Baltimore. And I had jumped off of a pier trying to go swimming for real. My homeboy told me like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like jump off the pier. Whole time it was like only like a foot of water for real. So I just went straight down, hit my leg, and you know what I'm saying? I was fucked up. But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Pretty bad.
That's crazy. Yeah, that femur, like they say that like you break that, and I mean, like for that bone to like heal and get back right where you could walk is like damn near impossible.
Yeah. So yeah, you feel me?
And what did you learn from that experience?
Don't listen to everybody type shit. Cause my homeboy, the thing is, at least I had the level of discernment that I had for real. Cause the motherfucker told me to dive. You know what I'm saying? I would have been, you know what I'm saying? I'd have been out of here if I would have dove for real. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, yeah. Don't listen to motherfuckers. Don't jump in the water if you don't know what's in the water type shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
Shit.
And when did you actually start recording music and putting stuff out?
Probably when I was like 14.
Okay.
14, 15 for real. My mom, I had asked my mom for my 15th birthday if she could buy me this little mic from Best Buy for like $80 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And she got that for me, so I started recording after that. But I was still, like even before that, I had a like a PlayStation mic joint, like the little headset that they used to have and shit. I would plug that into the computer and just rap into it for real. So I've been doing it for a long time, but I really started putting my best foot forward with it when I was like 15 for real.
Man, when you really want to do something, you would get innovative with it and figure out a way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
I remember like in my early days of trying to rap, and we had the karaoke machine, and I would hook up the headphones into the microphone part, and then the left headphone would work as the microphone. And I used to like make music, you know, like on that.
I used to have the Fisher Price joint. It was like a tape player for real. It was like the little ass red microphone for real with a wire connected to the joint. Used to rap into that motherfucker before I was even doing the PlayStation joint. Yeah, I've been doing this shit for a long time, bro.
Word.
You know what
I mean? And with your music, you know, now like you're recognized as being, you know, a really dope storyteller, and your music is definitely, you know, in that vein, like where your songs, your music has themes to it, and you know, you're definitely, you know, sharing stories and stuff like that. What inspired you in terms of, you know, making music in that way?
I don't know. I think it just came naturally to me like that. I mean, obviously, like listening to certain rappers who they already rap like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. Like I'm a big like movie fan and shit like that. And so I'm like, you know, I kind of feel the need for, you know what I'm saying, things to, you know, have like a story behind it, some type of narrative that I'm painting a picture for everybody.
Yeah.
Type shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure, for sure.
I don't know what it was, but it just happened like that for real.
Yeah. And then your label, I love the name of this, Less Funerals, More Birthdays.
Yeah.
Can you talk about creating your label and then it's obvious the meaning behind the name, but can you speak to your thought process when, you know, creating that?
Yeah, so, all right, there's like the actual thing that happened that made me say, oh, less funerals, more birthdays. Like there was an actual event that I saw some shit happen and I was like, damn. But there's also like just a general thing that I kept seeing happen at the time. So I remember one day in 2018, my homeboy posted his homeboy on his Instagram for real. It was his birthday. It's my homeboy from high school for real. And same day the dude got killed for real on his birthday for real. And less funerals, more birthdays, you know what I'm saying? But at the time, bro, I was just like, I would always go through, and I hate to give Yo this credit, I'm a huge Drake fan for real, but I would always go through Drake's Instagram for real. And I would just see like, man, like this motherfucker just, like you go through his Instagram, all he's posting is like his homeboys on their birthday and shit like that. And I'm like, man, like I want to get to that point for real. Cause it felt like at the time, it felt like every time I just open Instagram, somebody died for real. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, yeah, less funerals, more birthdays. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And can you pinpoint the period of time that let you know that you could and should take this music thing seriously and that this was something that you really wanted to pursue?
Honestly, bro, I was the type of kid who I take everything too fucking seriously for real. So like from the jump, I was like, nah, this is what I'm gonna do with my life for real. So yeah, I just, when I was 15 doing it and motherfuckers was like, yo, you sound like Kendrick Lamar type shit. I'm like, I'm nice at this and I love doing it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna keep doing it for real. But I think when I saw it really picking up though was excuse me, probably in 2020. It was like it was right after my father passed away for real. And I just started going super hard for real. Mm-hmm. And like 2 months after he passed away, I dropped a mixtape and I started going viral on Twitter and shit, going viral on social media, getting a lot of new fans and shit. And I was like, all right, yeah, it's gonna work.
Yeah.
One way or another.
That let you know, like, okay, like I'm doing the right thing. Yeah, I'm moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Your project, I Don't Want to Die, Part 1.
Uh-huh.
Very interesting title, and I know a lot of us share that same sentiment. Yeah. But talk to me about that title and what that really means to you and your decision to, you know, develop that project.
Yeah. So I got anxiety, long story short. And this is something that like kind of constantly in my head, you know what I'm saying? Like, and die any type of way for real. But I've been kind of experiencing death for most of my life for real, like family members and whoever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just something that's constantly on my mind for real. And I always had this fear that like when something good starts happening for me, it's like that's when, you know what I'm saying? And it's like in like 2023, like shit picked up for me very like heavily for real. Like I was getting label offers and shit like that and getting big, you know what I'm saying, like Rolling Stone talking about me and shit. And I'm like, you know what I mean, like kind of worried that, you know what I'm saying, like shit is getting too good. You know what I'm saying? You ever get that feeling
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying, like it's too quiet type shit right now. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like something's about to happen for real. So and yeah, like, you know, um things didn't pan out as perfectly as I wanted them to at that time. And yeah, like I kind of felt like, yeah, shit was about to get bad or something like that. But it's the project is more so about me like moving through that process and processing all of that, you know what I'm saying, all those feelings for real, and getting through it. So yeah.
Talk to me about your song, I've Been Skipping Therapy.
Yeah. So I started, my girl and my mother kind of like forced me to do therapy for real. In like what, January 2024.
Okay.
And I did it consistently for like most of that year, but then like my therapist was just kind of like, she started pissing me off a little bit for real. So I was just like, yeah, I can't do this shit no more for real. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I was talking, it felt like I was only, cause we was doing the damn, I forget what the Better Help.
Oh, okay.
We was doing Better Help, and so we was getting on the Zoom call every day, or excuse me, not every day, every week.
Okay.
And it just felt like I was just getting on here to talk to her about music, and then it just started feeling like she was trying to give me advice on the music, and it's just like, I like shit started to piss me off over time for real, because
Yeah.
it's like you telling me like, oh, like you so stressed out about it, what, maybe you should, you know what I'm saying, maybe you should give it a break. And I'm like, no, you feel me? Like that ain't what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I didn't listen to her, and eventually I told her like, hey, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna ease back for real.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I always tell people, because I've been doing therapy for like the past 3 years now, and I always tell people that therapy and just the idea of being critical about yourself is one of the most difficult things that you can do. And I have times where sometimes right before my therapy session, like I'll get a bunch of anxiety because I'm like, man, am I ready to talk about myself, and am I ready to hear some of the truths and
Yeah.
you know what I mean, things that like I need to fix or that's going on with me. So like I've had times where I've hit up my therapist like, something just came up and I'm busy, and I'm like, I ain't want to hear nobody telling me about myself this week. So when I listened to that song, I was like, man,
Me on that shit.
I definitely could relate.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure. Because like I said, it's one of the most difficult things, like being critical about yourself and being open to do that. Another song on your project, I Never Got Real Answers. Talk about that one. I mean, I know I heard you know, talking about like growing up and your father and everything, God rest his soul, but like, what did that song mean to you?
I think it was just like reminiscing on that period of time where my father passed away and all that. And yeah, like I started off with the same look in his eyes. He asked for help that I could not provide. It's like watching somebody like about to die. You know what I'm saying? And it's clear that like they're not necessarily ready for that, but it's like you in it. You on a roller coaster already for real, and it's like I can't do nothing to save you type shit. And yeah, so kind of just reminiscing on that period of time where it's like, damn, like, I wish I could do something to save you right now, but I can't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You being that vulnerable in your music is you know, just, I mean, it's hard to even explain, but it's like, I know that, you know, I've listened to your music and can relate to a lot of stuff, so I know that other people are listening to it and can relate to, you know, some of the stories and some of the things that you're sharing. What sparked the idea or the decision to be so vulnerable and so open in your music and talk about yourself, some of your faults and you know, some of the things that you still to this day go through?
I think it's just it just came naturally to me for real. It's like I had good examples of that, like in people like Kendrick and Pac and guys like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, most of the rappers I listen to, I'm saying it's about life at the end of the day. I feel like everybody's kind of rapping about their lives in some sort of way, but like yeah, like it's a way to let people know who I am for real and understand me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, it just, yeah, I never really thought two ways about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just naturally how I always wrote my music for real. I never thought to not write my music like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you signed to Fat Beats, a legendary label, you know, when it comes to hip hop.
Yeah.
What does that partnership mean to you, and what does the legacy of Fat Beats mean to you?
Man, it's like being able to be a part of that. It's like it's kind of like solidification type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm official for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's cool. They've been super helpful so far. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, over time we're gonna continue to, you know what I'm saying, do what we gotta do for real. But no, it's cool as a motherfucker.
That's what's up. And what is it like having a team behind you when, you know, for so long you've been doing it yourself, used to, you know, uploading everything yourself, used to, you know, putting your marketing plan and strategy together, but now you have people to bounce ideas off of and, you know, and support.
Nah, it feels good because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like my man Kiava, he was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like we should go to all the porch, and I'm like, yeah, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? Like so, you know, yeah, it's good ideas from people who know what they're doing for real. So you know what I'm saying? It's like before this, I gotta wing it, and you know what I'm saying? Like figure out what I'm gonna do to, you know what I'm saying, make whatever happen with the resources that I have for real. So to have some more resources behind us, you know what I'm saying? It's moving even simpler now.
Word. No, that's what's up, man. What would you say through all of your experiences in life is like one of the biggest lessons, you know, something that you've taken from these experiences that you've had?
Excuse me. I think over the past year I've been getting like this just realizing that like life isn't really as deep as we perceive it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like there's room for error. You know what I'm saying? There's room to fuck up a little bit, and you don't, like, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice by like constantly living with this anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like my girl peoples, you know what I'm saying? Like they're going through some like stress related disease shit right now, and I'm like, man, like that shit can really, you know what I'm saying, hurt you for real. And you know, like a lot of, at least where I'm from for real, it's like a lot of guys, they think like, man, no, I gotta be on point at all times, and you know what I'm saying, I gotta continue to, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, it's all on some just getting money shit, and you know what I'm saying, we gotta provide for our families and et cetera, et cetera. It's like, you gotta also give yourself time to breathe, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, like, you can't enjoy the fruits of your labor if you did. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's real.
Yeah, that's a big one for me.
Yeah.
Right now.
No, that's something I've had to learn too, bro. Like, you know, you work so hard and you trying to achieve these goals, but then you don't realize that you're actually running yourself to the ground.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like, all right, damn, I get to this goal, but man, like, nah, I got hypertension or something, or I got some kind of condition, or you know, something like that. So I definitely agree with that. It's so important. And then too, like, life is so short, and a lot of us, I think, take it so serious. And I mean, yes, things are serious. I mean, we got bills to pay, we got, you know, people to potentially take care of and all of that. But it's like, everybody make mistakes, even like our parents just humans like us, and you know what I mean, trying to figure it out and all that. So nah, I definitely agree and feel like, you know, when you can like start looking at things through a different lens, then you can kind of even relieve yourself of some of the stress, you know, that you may have. Your new project, I Don't Want to Die Part 2.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that, and you know, what can people expect when they listen to that, and when are you dropping it?
Well, it's dropping March 6th. I also gotta say, you know what I'm saying, we having in-store meet and greet on March 7th. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when this is gonna come out and all that. We having a show on March 6th, in-store meet and greet on March 7th in Baltimore. But the vinyl is gonna be in stores across America for real, so that's cool as a motherfucker. And yeah, so it's just the so I would say I Don't Want to Die Part 1. That's like the part of it that had me so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The experiences of, like I said, that time period that yeah, I was just moving in a self-destructive way for real, and yeah, it, you know, whatever happened for real. And then part 2 is like the processing that and kind of coming out of it and realizing shit's gonna be good for real.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
No, I can dig it. I Couldn't Find the Sun today.
yeah,
Your new song that you just recently released.
yeah.
Break that down for me.
Man, the first verse, that's me. It's basically like so there was one of the things that I got from therapy was my therapist told me, like, you got this anxiety so bad, you might benefit by smoking some weed. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a smoker or nothing like that. I smoked when I was like 16 for real, but like I stopped because, you know what I'm saying, I got some fucked up shit, and yeah, I was done with it for real. So I started smoking again, and that's like the first verse is like me wishing I could have that experience of like having that awkward conversation with your dad. He kept you smoking or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So and then I go into the hook, and I don't remember exactly why I went with this, but like it's you from Atlanta, motherfucking Outcast, Aquemini. You know what I'm saying? You know the sun go down, heroes eventually die, horoscopes often lie. You know what I'm saying? I just basically got the hook from that, and then my man Scotty come in, he do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hell yeah.
Nah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
And I Couldn't Find the Sun today. To me, when I hear that title, I just think about like just one of those days where you like just trying to figure it out, trying to, you know.
Yeah, it's like it's just dark out this motherfucker right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it'd be like that someday.
Nah, for sure. And what else you working on, bro? What else you got coming up that you? Oh no, I also want to mention, because I know you said you posted something on your gram.
Yeah.
I believe you were talking about the in-store, and you were saying how when you were younger, you always dreamed that you would be. It would be you having an in-store and doing a fan meet and greet at this particular place. Where is the meet and greet gonna be at?
It's gonna be at Soundgarden in Baltimore. It's, like I said on the post, for real. That's a place my mother been taking me since I was a kid, for real. So it's like it's cool as a motherfucker to be in that position now, for real. Cause yeah, like I used to. This is the shit that I used to dream about, for real, when I was watching people like Kendrick or J. Cole or whoever. You know what I'm saying? At that time, it's like I'm seeing them doing that type of shit. I'm like, I wanna have the fan base that wants to come holler at me, for real. And I feel like I've gained that, for real. I always get people walking up to me when I'm outside, like, yo, I'm a huge fan, for real. So it's cool. You know what I'm saying? To finally get to that position for real.
Nah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what's up. And what else you working on? What else you got coming up that you're looking forward to?
Man, as of right now, we kind of just focused on this joint. You know what I'm saying? But there's gonna be more music before the end of the year for sure. You know what I'm saying? And I am working on it right now, but I don't wanna say like, oh, I got this coming. You know what I'm saying? Before I have something official for real. But yeah, like I said, March 6th, I Don't Wanna Die Part 2 come out, and the vinyl of I Don't Wanna Die Part 1 and 2 comes out. So yeah.
And something else that I wanted to ask you too, I meant to ask you earlier was being from Baltimore and knowing that so many other artists who have caught a buzz or who have caught a wave in Baltimore were mainly street niche artists, you know, mainly, you know, I don't want to call them drill artists. I don't think it's considered drill, but definitely, you know, just kicking that street shit.
Right.
How difficult is it for you making your name and building your brand and your wave coming from a different perspective?
I just never really looked at it like it was gonna be difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, all right, cool. Like I make this type of shit, y'all make this type of shit. The street motherfuckers, they be my friends for real. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like,
for sure.
Like I was about to say, my homeboy Lamatic, he was up here a few years ago for real. You know what I'm saying? Doing off the porch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like we all get along. We all kind of, you know what I'm saying, try to push each other for real. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so I never really looked at it like it was a handicap or nothing. You feel me? It's just, yeah, I make this shit, they make that shit. It's two different lanes for two different fan bases, and we can all do it together.
Yeah, everybody can coexist.
Yeah.
No, for sure. You got any shout outs you want to give?
Man, shout out my man Kiafa is in the building. Shout out the rest of Fat Bees, my man Jerry. Shout out to my man DJ Sun, he's out there somewhere. Shout out to Scotty, Q, Nero, they're my guys that's on the project for real. Shout out, and they're also, pardon me, Q and Scotty, they're going to be performing at the show on the 6th. Shout out to my girl for always supporting in hella ways for real, but she support on the merch for sure. Shout out the whole, you know what I'm saying, 1045, my guys. Shout out my man Derek for always taking the pictures for the cover art and all that shit. Shout out my man Dan, my man Dre. My two guys is kind of like my managers right now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And shout out all the Porch. Appreciate y'all having me.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
John Wills, appreciate you pulling up, jumping off the porch with us, bro.
Already, bro.
Yes, sir.
I can see it in his eyes, cause trust me, everybody lies.
Said the sun went down, my hell done died. Open up my eyes.